65-year-old Kimberly Martin was going to play pickleball with her friends on March 4th. She was driving on Ronald Reagan Boulevard outside of Georgetown. The crash report says as she and a truck were passing each other, the camper shell of the truck flew off, hit Martin's windshield, which struck her head and pinned her in the car. The truck drove off. Joe Caputo represents Martin's family. He says before they decide whether to sue, they want to know more about where the truck driver was going, if he was working for someone, and why the camper shell flew off.
Was it manufactured incorrectly? Was it installed improperly? And so we're trying to make sure that we find out who did this, why it happened, and we want to see if we can prevent it from happening again.
A witness helped pull the windshield off. Martin was in and out of consciousness. Her car rolled, hitting the back of the witness's car. Martin was taken to the hospital, but pronounced dead 4 days later. The cause of death, blunt force injury. Caputo says 3 weeks after the crash, they were able to get surveillance and dash cam video from the surrounding area, which helped identify the truck. Last week, DPS arrested Christopher Fedoroff. He is charged with failure to stop and render aid. The arrest affidavit says he didn't know the camper came off until he got home, but went back to the scene the next day and took pictures of it, which had police markers on it. But he didn't tell law enforcement then. Fedoroff's attorney tells me they are not prepared to comment on this case. Martin has 3 children. She worked at schools in Georgetown, was involved with her church, and had lots of friends.
She had 8 grandkids, and she retired actually to start taking care of her grandkids here in town, and she'll be missed.
And a word of caution if you have a camper shell.
Make sure that it's installed properly. Make sure it's the right type of camper shell. And no matter what, if you're traveling 70 miles an hour on the highway, there's a lot of kids, there's a lot of parents, there's a lot of elderly folks all over these highways, and we have to make sure we're keeping them safe.